get cancer.
Yeah, like
You know,
Fucking with that food.
I don't know
oh
if y'all heard
man,
about Jamie Foxx though. You heard about Jamie Foxx?
what happened to him?
Yeah, he had some medical issues.
Oh, who doesn't?
Yeah,
Like,
he was in
I
the
think he had a
hospital.
stroke, right?
I'm not sure.
He haven't really recovered from it or something. He had a severe stroke.
stressed out.
Might be stressed out,
Oh,
working too
man,
hard.
life is man,
Life
I'm telling
is
you, bro.
life, and I'm telling you, life is life.
And you always think people with money shouldn't be stressed and shit.
no, they're
I feel
actually
that
more
way.
stressed.
I feel that way. I feel like if you got money, you shouldn't be stressed.
No, actually, more money, more problems.
Fuck that.
More money, more problems. See, the problem is with people that have like a lot of money, they have to keep a certain image up because they do have that money, and that could get super like overwhelming, and it can get very stressful. And then they have to also still work to keep that money because their lifestyle is not like how a typical lifestyle person is. Like their bills cost a lot more because they're paying for security guards, they paying for so much more stuff, so they have to work so much more, which means they don't get to relax as much as people think they get to relax.
That's
He
like
was on a movie set when this happened too. He collapsed twice. You know what I'm saying? His daughter, she wouldn't say what was wrong with him. He just suffered a medical crisis. She called it a crisis too.
because that's like that football player that passed out on the field all of a sudden.
Oh, he probably come back this year too. For Buffalo, right?
Yeah, remember he collapsed with a heart attack, and he's supposed to be the healthiest guy. He's supposed to be the healthiest people ever.
Ugh.
And you know,
That's true.
when you have heart attacks and you're an athlete, it says something. But for the past couple of years, you know, athletes has been getting syndromes and
Especially head.
you know, head trauma and heart attacks, and you know,
They work a lot.
they do a lot.
I just stretch out some high school footballers for like yoga and stuff, and I express, heavily about how important it is to like take care of their bodies. Like now, happy you want to like go on and make this like a career thing, because it's so many athletes out here that gets injured, that gets like these concussions and things like that, all because they are not properly taking care of themselves. Like they work hard off seasons, they working hard, then during the season they working hard, and then they're like overworking, and they're I know they have to do like physicals and things like that, but it's like a physical, like what type of physical are they really doing? And you gotta remember, a lot of these athletes are doing things to enhance their abilities that they're not supposed to be doing. And then that's when all these problems come into play.
And then some of them overwork.
They overwork a lot.
Well, Jamie Foxx was on a movie set, but he's 55 years old. It's like
He
can't have a lot of things going on, but
he been doing a lot. He been on
Yeah.
MGM commercials and shit about the betting, the gambling.
when was the first time you ever seen Jamie Foxx?
On the show.
What show?
And Live in Color.
The Jamie Foxx show, right?
And
I'm about to say she gonna say Jamie Foxx, or you gonna say Live in Color?
And Live in Color.
It's gonna be the generations. Now, Jamie Foxx show wasn't better than Live in Color, but Jamie Foxx show was more centered around himself. He wasn't as a character on Jamie Foxx though.
He was like the main character there, though.
No. What I mean is like on what's that called?
And Live in Color.
Live in Color. He played characters.
It was a sketch.
Exactly. He didn't play characters on Jamie Foxx show.
It was sketch comedy.
Yeah, he was just Jamie Foxx. He was just like the son of some shit. He was the owner of some shit. What was he?
The hotel.
The hotel owner or some
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
So
he wasn't like a person that changed up different. But on Living Color, he was different people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think that was better with him. It showed his more of his range of talent when he did that. Like
it showed a lot of them.
All of them really. Even the white boy, what's his name?
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Him, Jim Carrey, Kim Coles. You had Tommy Davidson. It was
all of them came on.
Bunch of people.
Hell yeah.
It was a bunch of people.
That white boy to this day still credit that joint for his career and shit.
And he's an advocate for African American black people.
Yeah. Well, what's his name again?
Jim Carrey.
Jim Curry. Yeah.
Like
His whole career began on Living Color. It was nobody was looking at him nowhere else.
he said out himself, if it wasn't for African American, and they thought, how that came about, he wouldn't be the person he'd be today.
Everybody got to start somewhere. Everyone has to find a window of opportunities and doors
That was until
opening.
Foxx tried to take over. That's why they left. If you ever noticed, when The Living Color was going on, the whole Wayne's family disappeared all of a sudden. Like none of them was there.
It was just it was the oldest one that was doing a lot of things. He was producing and all that shit.
Right. He disappeared and all the Waynes just disappeared. Like none of them was on there no more.
True.
So they just started brightening up the show with a bunch of, Caucasians.
Now, he won an Academy Award before though.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? Golden Globe Award. So he accomplished like a motherfucker. My thing is when he switched to singing, do y'all fuck with his singing?
Jamie Foxx.
Monica. You remember none of his songs?
I do. I remember his songs. What's his song? Damn.
Blame it on the alcohol.
That was him?
Yeah.
Blame it on the alcohol.
That was him.
Blame it on the he
Blame it on the alcohol.
wait. Was it Falling for Your Type? Was that him?
That was him. That was him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blame it on the good.
Yeah.
Got you feeling loose.
That was
Blame
him.
it on the alcohol.
It's him and T-Pain.
That was him. Yeah.
Independent Woman. He was on that with Kanye West and Fabulous.
I don't remember that.
And Neo.
I know Independent Women.
It was a remix.
It's independent. That's why I love her.
That was him?
He was in a remix part. But that's Neo. That's Neo's song though. Yeah, but was it Falling for Your Type? Was that him too?
Falling for Your Type.
Yep.
So
Just Like Me.
What do you think?
Yep.
You think, all right, Monica, what do you think as a singer?
He was cool. I mean, I wasn't on him like I would probably be like Neo or like Tyrese.
Or was he better as a comedian or singer?
He's like a dual person. Like he's not like better than one than the other. He's like
slow jams too.
Like he's like neutral to me. Like he's not like, oh, I prefer him this or I prefer him that. He's like he could do whatever to me.
I see.
Because he's not someone that I would just like, oh, let me listen to real quick, if that makes sense.
I would rather laugh at him. Put it like that. Other though, I didn't know some of those songs with him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
y'all forgot slow jams too.
He didn't have a
It got a little Marvin Gaye.
Hey, a Luther Vandross, a little Adidas. Let me set this party off right.
Him, Kanye. It was him.
Jamie Foxx.
Him, Kanye. It was him, Kanye. Twisted.
Well. Hey.
See, again, when you start thinking about his music, he did some good stuff.
He did some good music. His music career wasn't that long though, but he did some good stuff.
When he very first started, but before those hits came in, he did an album in the 90s, but people didn't really take him serious on his
because you gotta think about it. He was just like a comedian. You know, they like, you gotta think about also like Kevin Hart, right? He's like a comedian. When he started making music, everybody's like, what are you doing?
Right.
That's
you know, it's like anytime someone's like they portray you or they used to seeing you one way, they look at you like, why are you doing something different?
Yeah. I don't think Kevin Hart funny though. I don't know. Y'all think he funny?
He is. I think it's more so the characteristics that he put into what he's saying is what makes it funny, or it's like his actual life and he just like enhances it, what makes it like funny. But I don't think he really make like jokes. I think he just really talks about like his life and what actually goes on in his life.
Like if you think of Jamie Foxx, you can think of something that he said that make you laugh like a mother. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of nothing that
Kevin Hart talks about. He talks about his life. Really, I don't think he makes like jokes. I think he's just like a hyper person.